Hi everybody, it's Lene. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel today. I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree notebook, okay? And we're going to be doing a little coffee dyeing on the papers, on the pages inside. We're going to be doing that with the pages intact inside of this book. So I have a technique to show you how to do that. And to cover it, we're also going to be using this really beautiful paper from Songbirds. I've done 2 other videos using this paper pack. I've used this one and this one, but I haven't used this one yet, which I think is really beautiful. On the back, it's got this beautiful white music note paper. I think this is going to go really nicely with this. I've also got a bunch of scraps left over from the previous videos that we're going to be using on the inside of the book to make pockets and little tuck spots and things like that. So I hope that is something that you will enjoy. If so, just keep watching. I'll also remind you that I love giving away my projects to my subscriber friends. So that would be cool if you subscribed, and stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you more about that. So I'm going to be using, to cover my space, this little craft mat. There we go. And we've got our little coffee. Instant coffee I like to do because you can just add to it if you want to have it darker or lighter. And let's see, I need to actually put some warm water in this, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I've got just some warm water in here. I'm using about, I don't know, a cup, full cup of warm water, and then a couple of big heaping teaspoons, tablespoons of instant coffee. So to give you an idea, you know, that's the darkness that you can't really see that. It just looks like a regular cup of coffee. It's not particularly dark. All right, so the other thing I have, you guys, is a paintbrush. Okay, this is a 3-inch wide, okay? You could use the kind you use to paint a house, whatever. This one I just got at my Dollar Tree. And we're gonna open this up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start. I really love this thick craft cardstock end pages here. So we're going to paint on a couple of these pages. I'm gonna put some like right here because it's got a few granules that aren't quite done, which I'm okay with. I think that's kind of cool. I'm also going to grab a sheet protector or any kind of plastic because I want to put these between the pages because I don't want every page to, you know, like to soak through and get like extra wet. These are going to get wet. That's okay. And then we're going to try drying them with heat gun, but also I'm going to do a little experiment, and I'm just going to set this outside in the sun and sort of just let it dry and see what that does. Like, what's the timing on that like? All right, so I'm going to put this here, and I think just these first couple of pages are going to be kind of awkward here. Okay. And as you can see, this is not terribly wet. I'm more dry brushing it on. There we go, just a little bit more. Don't want them soaking wet. All right, so now let's give the heat gun a try. Per usual, I haven't hooked it up yet, so talk amongst yourselves. All right. You could also use a hairdryer. I like to use this this tool from Ranger. I don't even know if they make it anymore because it's pretty quiet and you guys can still hear me over what I'm doing. I'm not going to worry about using the plastic on every page. I'm really just trying to protect the rest of the book. And also, who wants to sit here and like heat gun or blow dry every page? I'm really just doing this because I want to show you the next step here. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the rest of the pages, and then I'm going to go let it sit outside in the nice Oregon sun. And then I'm going to tell you how many days it took to dry. It could dry in 24 hours. It could dry in 4 days. I have no idea. And then I'll come back so you'll know. All right, that's good enough. All right, so the next techniques I'm going to show you. So assuming all of your pages have been dyed in this manner, okay, the next thing you can do is take a glass, just a water glass like this. And I did this similar technique with a Mother's Day card with a watercolor video that I did recently, where we're just going to take, except I did it with watercolor paint. We're just going to take this and we're going to just set it right there. And we're looking for the ring, right? Like that. Just that coffee ring. Put this over here. Then another thing you can do is you can take your little paintbrush. I would recommend an old paintbrush. I'm just going to dip that, pull those bristles back, and you're just going to get a little spatter. Here, I'm going to put some darker coffee on it so it'll show up better. There we go. See, I'm just pulling them back like that. And that's just a really fine mist. So if you want something that's going to be more of a real splatter, just do that. And I'm going to kind of do this around that ring. Use my paper towels. And we're going to heat that. All right. So, as I said, after I get this step done here, there we go. Now, once this is dry, we can do more layers on it. So if you're letting your pages dry naturally in the sun, you can go back again a second time and you can do like more splattering, and it gives it an entirely different look. And you're just layering those on there. Like one splatter can connect with the previously dried splatter. It's pretty cool looking. All right, now we're going to turn this over. Oh, I like the drip even on this side. Okay, so I'm done with this plastic piece. All right, so this kind of just overran on that. I'm not hating that. I think that's kind of cool. Also, I wanted to try out, I brought an old stencil that I have. This is very well loved. Let's try this. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm running out of places to put things, so I'm just dropping things on my floor. All right, and then let's do a little bit more. I'm trying to get some of the really dark coffee granules that kind of on the edge of my cup here. Just like that. All right, and then we're just going to give this a little dry. And then I have one more technique that I'm going to show you. Okay. This side I'm just going to paint. So I need a side that's like pretty pristine, that doesn't have anything on the back. So let's take this here. We're going to take one of the pages. And we're just going to dip that. I'm sorry, you can't see. I'm just dipping that right there. Okay. And then we're going to dry that one. And we'll just add things onto that as well. I like to think of this as, I don't know, I'm just kind of inspired by like some professor's book that's on their table, and they take notes in it, and they just drip too much coffee on it over the 30 years that they've had it. That's my inspiration. I have no idea why that's coming to mind. All right. So for this now, let's do a little bigger splattering. Let's let some drip off. Cool. Let's just daub that around. Okay. So these are just different things that you can do with your pages. I'm gonna kind of blot that a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm going to keep going and do all of these pages, and then the next time you see me, we'll take a flip through and they'll be all done. All right, I wanted to give you a little status update here. So this is how it is looking. It took me, oh gosh, a little over an hour to paint all the pages with coffee. And as you can see, I didn't do it as elaborately as I did at the very beginning. There's 64 pages in this book, and it is 4 by 6 from the Dollar Tree. And yeah, I just went through, just did, you know, the brushing, and I would do it to like 2, 3, 4 pages at once, and then give it a little bit of heat with the heat gun, and then do some splattering on it, or the little glass ring on it or something, and then just heat it a little bit more. Again, like when I'm talking a little bit, I'm talking like 30 seconds over, you know, that many pages, just very, very quickly. So when you're doing it, do it in groups of, you know, 4 to 6 pages. Just be careful you're not getting them too wet. If they're sticking together, be very careful so they don't tear when you pull them apart. And then it was still pretty damp, and then I just left it outside in the sun for, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours. And then that night I brought it in and I set it next to the little heat register in the house, and it just dried it out a little bit more. You could even set it in front of a fan, and I think it would just help get those pages loosened up. So now it's very fluffy. So I'm going to set it under something heavy overnight, and that should compress it. It's still going to be fluffy. It's just not going to be like, yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll see it when it's thinner, and then we'll start to do some stuff on the cover and on the pages. All right, book is dry. It's been compressed. I just sat it under something heavy for a few days. So as you can see, not bad, right? And now we get to put some papers and things on the cover, back cover, and we're gonna do some stuff on the inside. So I've got this beautiful paper, and I want to feature this little guy, this little birdie right here. Now I could just do this, but I want to do something interesting along the binding. So I think I'm gonna move that over. And then I've got like a scrap piece of this one, and I'm thinking I've torn this edge for something else, but I'm thinking, why don't I just put the torn edge there and then trim that down? So I like that a lot. So let's cut this down. Oops, sorry, paper. Yikes. Let's cut this down to like 1 1/4. One inch doesn't seem enough, so let's try 1 1/4. All right, so something along the lines of this. And then I've got this really pretty lace that's a little narrow from the Dollar Tree. Comes a spool like that. It's a nice kind of cream color, and that could go right there. So that's kind of where we're going. So let's do a little cutting. Now I could cover the entire book, or I could use a little bit of this edge right here as a matte, which I'm liking that. So it's this great brown color. So let's go ahead and use this, and we're gonna have to round the corners, so that's okay. I'm gonna do this, and I'm just marking it so that when I cut it, it's gonna have that border. Paper cutter again. And then on the back, we're just gonna cut it down to cover the entire back without the cute little border. Oh man, didn't go up far enough again. There we go. All right, so that's gonna go like this, and that's gonna go like that, which I really like that. It's gonna be super cute. So I'm gonna ink these edges. I'm gonna put this right here, and then I've got some cute little flowers and things. So instead of dragging out the paper cutter again, let's just hold this even like that. There. All right. Very cute. Okay, I'm going to ink some edges. I'll be right back. All right, so I do want to do a little corner rounding first. So I'm going to use this one. I have found, if you take a scrap piece and put it, if you're using one of these corner rounders, sometimes they are hit and miss. So if you use a little bit more, like thicken it up a little bit, it punches better. There you go. All right, so now I've gone ahead and inked the edge here, but I've used mostly the surface of my ink pad because I want a harsher ink line on there because of this dark color. Okay, and then we've got this piece there. That's so pretty on the back too. Tough choices. All right, just like this. I like to get plenty of glue on those corners, especially since this is vinyl. There we go. And then this is just going to overlap that. There we go. All right, and our sweet little lace, just like that. I'm going to cut this down, excuse me, I think we're going to extend off the edge so that it extends off the edge of the book. So I like to just go a little bit beyond the edge of the paper or the book so that when the glue dries, I can get a really nice close trim. But it's got to be dry first. All right, so we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to do some more things on here. So let's go to the inside. Hi everybody, it's Lene. I'm just getting ready to do a little shipping for all of you winners who have won my free giveaways that I have over on Lene Creates. And it's so great that we have so many new viewers and so many of you are coming back and subscribing. It's awesome. But I'm shipping out so many free prizes that the shipping is adding up. So if you wouldn't mind, consider donating to the Buy Me a Cup of Coffee link that we have listed at the end of the video and also within the body of the description box. That would really help me out. Even just $1 or $2 really helps. So that's great, and thank you for your consideration. right, so this is really nice weight cardstock. This gives us some spaces here to add some things to. And we've got lots of bits of extra papers. And lots of cute little birdies on them. Some without birdies. This piece left over from the front. All right, so I'm gonna think here that we can take, this one's really pretty. You could take this guy here and we'd make a really nice little side tuck spot right here. So let's do that. I was thinking about doing a little torn edge. Let's see. No, I think we're just gonna leave him as is, but we will do an inked edge. Okay, so we're going to glue this in right here. We're going to glue this on 3 sides, just like this. And then I'm not putting glue on the top yet. You'll see why in a second here. You want to kind of keep away from being right in the binding because it's going to mess with your closure. All right, because my paper's a little bit longer, I'm just going to put some glue right here. All right, so let's turn this over. And while we're at it, we can just trim that lace now. Like that. Sort of a 2-for-1. And then we're going to trim this lace down here. All right, so that gives us a nice little tuck spot right there. We can also do something right here. So let's get some paper that's the same width, right about here. And I'm going to start at this corner. I'm just going to do a torn pocket, sort of like a big, wide triangle. Like that. Okay, and we're going to ink that edge as well. Okay, we're going to corner around that one. Yep, see, it didn't have a scrap under there. Where'd my little scrap of paper go? Here, we'll use this one. I'm going to make this my designated corner rounding scrap, I think. Wow, no. Let's try it again. Let's give it a different, wider. Yeah, okay, I like that one. And you'll notice I don't go right on the edge because of the liquid glue. It gives it a little bleed, just a little place for it to spread out a bit. Go. A little bit extra right there. Okay, so that's going to give us a nice little tuck spot as well. So let's go to the back. I think we can do another tuck spot back here. See if we have one that's long enough. Yep. There we go. So we could use this one. It's so pretty. We could use this side. We could also put it here. Let's see. How wide did I do this one? Just to be consistent. Just about 3 inches. Now, while I'm doing all this cutting nonsense, I should mention that I always love to give my projects away to my subscriber friends. And it's also a way to encourage you to subscribe, because YouTube tells me that 60% of my viewers are not subscribers. And if you like my videos, the biggest way that you can help my channel, do me a big favor if you just subscribe. And I always give projects away every week because I don't want them. I don't want them cluttering up my house. There's just so many. I do 1 to 2 a week, really, and that doesn't always include like any testing I do. So yeah, if somebody else wants to have them, that's just great. But I would ask that you subscribe. It's a favor to me. All right, so I've got another one there. And then maybe we'll do something here. Could do just a cute little guy right there. I love featuring this. There we go. And then on this one, we could also do a pocket on the top, like a tall pocket. It's like that. Tuck something in there. All right. So now we've got all these decorated pages. I mean, you could do some things on the actual pages, but what would that look like? So we could put occasionally one of these little guys on there. Maybe on this one, let's do a torn edge pocket on this one. Right there. Keep that little bird. Just like this. And then we could take this one and do another little pocket. I love that when you're tearing paper with a pattern printed on it, if you tear it one direction, you just get the patterned edge, and if you tear it another direction, you're getting the white edge. There we are. I've got a couple of more of these cute little pieces right here just to put in. Maybe this one we'll just leave as is, or we could do another pocket. Let's just leave him as a picture. He's so pretty. And I love this paper on the back with the little feathers, so cute. Very, very sweet. All right, so you guys, we also have some little things that we can tuck in here. So we've got, these are the cutouts. They're great little journaling spots. Tuck that right in there. Grab another one. Can tuck in the front. This is a little too on the nose with the blue, so let's switch them out. I like the contrast there. Plus, this little bird can peek out. I love that. So cute, right? Okay. I also have some little layered tags that I've done here. And I just did these using scraps and my little tag punch. These can just go, now I have to find those little pockets. Right in here. And then I like to overlap them like that. Really cute. All right, let's do another little layered tag here. So for this one, just punching them and staggering the lengths. And then I've got my little thrifted twine. And I just take like, I don't know, like 12 to 15 inches, just double it up, fold it in half, and then I'm gonna line those up. And then I just like to use 2 lengths of these because this twine is so delicate, and that way it stands out a little bit more. This feels to me like it's some sort of an upholstery twine because it's so nubby. I love it. Tie the bow. There we go. There. Ow. That took longer than it should have. Here we go. And then I've got my little tiny words and phrases dazzle stickers. And we could take one of these, and I think cherish is really sweet to put on there. Just kind of little random words. Oops. Let's put it up here. You have to sometimes pick out those little tiny spaces that still have sticker in them. There we go, and we can even put a little heart on it. Just a tiny one. Okay, now we just can put that right there. Oh, it's covering up that bird. I don't know if I like covering up that bird, but we'll play with that. Okay, let's finish the front. So for this, I've got my little stash of cute little paper flowers. Let's put that one down here. Sort of like that. Okay, there we go. So once again, I'll remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe so that you could be entered in to win this little coffee dyed journal. Sort of spruced up this Dollar Tree journal and added coffee to the pages. It smells amazing, by the way. And I think it would be a great gift if you have a little coffee lover in your life who just would really appreciate something like this. Excuse me, for journaling. That's really cute. I like how that turned out. So let's take our final little flip through here. Make sure I didn't forget anything. So here we've got our sweet little cover. We've got little tuck spots. Lots of delicious pages. You know, I want to put something there. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, this is why we do the flip through. Yeah, I think that would be really cute. And then For this one, we've got our little time for a hug cutout. Wow, I did not cut that one out. Go. All right, and then we've got our cute little tags. More coffee dyed pages. This is not, this one we didn't do anything with this for a tuck spot or anything. Got this cute little one. And then we're gonna get all the way to the back. I've got, still need something to go here. Let's see what else I've got. Looking around at all my little scraps. Let's get that one down. Put that one right there. I think if you're a bird lover, this little journal right for you. All right, just another little cute space. And I've got this one, or my songbird, we could add that. I did a terrible job at cutting these out. Let's trim them up a little bit. So as I was saying before I got interrupted by myself, I love to give these projects away, so don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in helping me out with my shipping costs, I ship 4 times a month for all the winners, and this is my hobby channel. I don't do this for work or anything, although I do work for Paper Wishes. This one is just on me, so if you want to help me out with that, there is a buy me a cup of coffee link, and also there's a super thanks down below the video, and that would really help out. All right, you guys, we're gonna get ready to send this to somebody. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. This one was really fun. I enjoyed doing something a little different. As I said, the smell of the coffee and just the fun look of the pages, I think it would be really fun for journaling on this one. And yeah, I can't wait to give it away. So I'll see you in the next one.